Idly-ho there, neighbors. Still feeling a bit under the weather, I'm afraid. So, not sure why that is. Can you hear the rain outside? It's low, so you might not be able to pick it up. The mic's good, but I don't know that it's that good. But it's raining out. I always like the rain. It can be frustrating to drive in, and you don't want to get stuck walking in it for any length of time, but as a general idea, I love it. I like how it feels when you rush through it, or even if you have the time to stand there and let it soak you. And I like the smell of it. Rain provides possibilities. Anyway, like I said, I'm still feeling a bit under the weather, a little short of breath lately. It's like I've got an asthma attack, but without the wheezing. So that's fun. And work has been frustrating. So, still plugging away at some of the tutorials that I've discovered, and trying to be better about learning how to do that. I don't know what I'm going to do with Game Maker Pro. See, this is my problem. I've got a lot of ideas for games, but they're just sort of nebulous. And I need to turn them into something concrete. And every time I start, I start gathering up the ideas, like, all right, I'll put this in, this in, and this in, and well, I need to have this detail, and this detail, and this detail, and this detail, and suddenly it ends up being this huge thing there's no way I can do by myself. And I need to be better about sort of tearing away all of the accoutrements, the little extra bits, the unnecessary things, to scrape away all the too much work stuff down to a core concept, make that core concept, and then build out. This has never been easy for me. I gotta admit, it's never been one of my strong suits. But it's something I'm working on, trying to be better about it. I don't know, especially with games. Starting with simple core concepts and working out is essential. It's the only way to make a good game. And so a lot of my ideas, I have the sort of hero, the cool details, but I don't have the core concept. That this is the core mechanic, this is the core experience that you should be having. And, I'm currently sort of playing around with this idea I had about doing a colony on Mars. And you control the colony on Mars. And it should be resource management with some story. But that's easier said than done. Resource management is difficult to build correctly. And, maybe I need to start with something a little simpler. Like, get from point A to point B on Mars without dying. There's an idea. But, so I'm still toying with it. I want to do a good, at least mostly hard SF game. Everybody does, fantasy. And I like fantasy. And I've got some ideas for some fantasy games I wouldn't mind doing as well. But I don't think there are enough people doing good hard SF. And I'd like to do some good hard SF as a game. setting and a game setup. But like I said, it's easier said than done. I don't know. I'm going to cut it short here, because like I said, I'm not feeling well, and I have to be at work extra early tomorrow. Well, extra early for me, anyway. And so I'm going to cut it short. I hope everyone's having a good time, that the world is going according to plan, and that your projects are coming along nicely. Subscribe, like, share with all the people, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.